What's going on, guys? Just finished up my deload week and started my next 6-week hypertrophy mesocycle. A few things doing differently. Dropped down from 8s to 6s on the squats. So gonna be knocking out safety squat bars for sets of 6. 4 sets this week, 4 sets next week. Add a little bit, and then the third week push for a 6 rep max, and then throw in the Duffalo bar. Kind of the same thing as last time. Go for 6s, and then go for a 6 rep max at the end. Deload, and then I'll probably start my meet prep there. So use the different safety squat bar this time. This is one Chris created himself. It's a little more difficult, but the hardest part is that the pads are so damn close and tight that it was just hard to breathe. I could barely fit my head in there, but I do have a big head, so that kind of doesn't help the process. But it was a few times where I thought I was going to pass out just because I couldn't breathe because the pads were so tight around my neck. But besides that, it went good. I got to make sure that I don't program Kaylee's safety squat bars with mine. That way we can use different bars. And then coming up is Doyle's attempt at a 902-pound deadlift here. He's one of my training partners getting ready for the big dogs meet. I think for him, just when he's using straps in the off season, kind of messes up his setup, and he pulls a lot faster without them. So I know he'll have that come meet day, especially with the next 3 to 4 months of training for it. So it's gonna be a lot of fun for him. And then there's Kaylee doing some high bar close stance. Started introducing that into her training, and she just started up a YouTube channel herself. So if you just Google Kaylee Klitzing in YouTube, you can follow her training and her voiceovers and stuff. So moved up the boxes a little bit. Went from 2 to 3 inches to 4 to 5 inches, and doing 606 pounds here for 4 sets of 6-ish reps, 5 to 6. Moved really good. I had Chris cue me up on the side because he was deadlifting on the platform, and really helped me drive my hips through. Biggest thing was just firing my glutes a little bit harder and a little bit faster, which I've always had an issue with, and I've definitely come to find kind of how to do it and when to do it. And just sometimes when you're going through a lot of reps and a lot of sets, you tend to forget a bit about some of the cues. So it's always good to have a few of the coaches there to kind of help you out. And I feel like I have some of the best training partners in the world that are always there, always coaching, always watching out and making sure that you're doing things right, or just shaking their head and making sure that you're not an idiot or you feel like an idiot, so you do the right things. Those are usually the best training partners, the ones that don't talk the most but kind of carry the most weight. So threw in some Hatfield squats, close stance, just to get some more quad work in. That'll be a big emphasis for this mesocycle, is just building up my quads and continue to progress in my sleeves for the squat day. I'm also adding in 2 back days. One's going to be a back day, which was this one here. Did some seal rows with the cambered bar, and then a just different lat pull down variation. And I'm also going to do a back and shoulder day on Sunday. So I'll be training 6 days a week for this mesocycle, just really trying to bump up the volume and push things and get my weight up. And that way I can just kind of sit pretty going into meet prep, getting the most volume that I've ever hit. Another addition is going to be the Duffalo bar for this 6-week prep. So instead of doing incline work and dumbbell incline work for my top or my first set, I'm throwing in some Duffalo bar just to get a little bit of extra range of motion, get more pec development going on, and just transitioning from incline to Duffalo to flat would be the process going into the meet prep. And I've had a lot of success with the Duffalo bar before, and now that I'm getting some work done on my pecs and my biceps, I'm able to get a little bit tighter, get a little bit of a better arch going, so it's just a lot less stressful on the shoulder joint in general, and you just get a lot more work out of it, so that's always a plus. Decided to work up to a heavy set of 380 for sets of 6. Did 4 sets here, along with 2 to 3 warm-up sets with the lighter weights, all around the same percentages though, give or take 5. So weights felt really good, everything's moving really good. I got the new Pioneer Fit wrist wraps, the Phantom wraps, and those things are phenomenal. They provide a good cast, and they also have enough stretch to them to where you can really, torque them down. So I was really happy with those. Finish up with this day, went to incline presses, so I'm still going to keep them in. They're just going to be my secondary movement, just because I feel like if I start to neglect inclines, both barbell and dumbbell, it'll affect my bench. And it's just another way to kind of hit the upper pec, hit a little bit of the shoulders, and just do a slight variation. Sitting at 19 weeks out, I don't really want to get too close to the competition lifts and overtrain or over fatigue my motor patterns to where there's a overuse injury. So staying away from that, getting my weak area stronger, building everything up, and just going from there. Throwing some shoulder presses here, some hammer strength stuff. So this is kind of a, with the wider grip, more chest with the Duffalo bar, and then the incline this is more of a chest and shoulder day, where my other bench day is more of a tricep and arm day. So you can kind of differentiate between the two of those. Hit up some flies, did another press movement and another fly movement, and from there just called it a day. Started adding in about 10 minutes of the bike after all my training sessions, just to expedite recovery and push things going forward. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Until next time, I'll catch you later.